there are three different levels of tefillah. Even in tefillah, when we pray, there are three different levels. The first level is that a person prays to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for no ulterior motive, for nothing. I just want to pray to God. I'm not asking for anything, nothing personal, nothing. I pray because I'm talking to God for no other reason. I mean, not for no other reason, just for no internal motives. And that's a very difficult thing to do. That's a very high level that one needs to work a long time on. Almost the equivalent of, let's call it Jewish mindfulness. In other words, I'm not thinking of anything, just praying. That's called tefillah zakah, it's pure. The other level of tefillah is when a person prays for Am Yisrael, for the klal. For the klal. And he has no motive for himself, he just wants the benefit of everybody. And the lower level of tefillah, when I'm asking for things for myself, give me, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, and so on and so forth. If you look at the structure of tefillah, it's kind of geared towards that. They have those elements inside, and that's why we start that tefillah with saying to Hashem, with glorifying to Hashem. Anshe Knesset Gdola came and they put the structure of the words of tefillah to us, because otherwise it would all be either give me, I need, or don't pray at all. In order to be able to pray in that level, you really need to have, first of all, vocational abilities, with the vocabulary and understanding to pray like this, and a very deep level of letting go in terms of your mind, cleansing your thoughts. That's why it's very important to slow down in your first three brachot at least, or including Atah Kadosh. We say all this that part of tefillah until Atah Kadosh, including. That would set the tone for the rest of your tefillah. So when you pray, try to at least really slow down in the first three, at least in the first three, or the first section of the brachot, because we divide it into those first brachot from Hashem Sefatai Tiftach until Atah Kadosh, and then is all the requests that we want. Give me, this and this and this and that. And then we have again the bracha for the klal and everything for Ritzeh and say Shalom. But if you see there's something missing in our tefillah, is in our tefillah itself. I mean, we have Hashiva Shoftenu, Refa'enu, and so on and so forth. There's never give me, Refa'eni. So that is when Chachamim allowed us to do so, is in Shomei Tefillah. In Shomei Tefillah you can put any personal thing that you want. But they knew what they were doing by eliminating the last part and just putting it, expecting that you'll be able to do so. And right now we're coming, really around the corner of Rosh Hashanah. Take this Shabbat. It's going to have two more Shabbatot, this Shabbat, next Shabbat, and then it's Rosh Hashanah. So on Shabbat, so you don't have any reason to rush to go to work or to go to college or yeshiva, whatever it is, right? For those of you buzzards who don't go to yeshiva, oy vay voy. Try to dive it a little slower. For example, but there needs to be an emotional feeling that comes from within. Now, for those of you who are married, maybe you could relate to it a little bit better, or those of you who are not. Let's say you're talking to someone that you really love from the bottom of your heart. Argument, say, let's say your wife or somebody like that. Or let's say you have somebody that you love very much and passed from this world, and you really miss this person. Like, really, I miss this person so much. How much you would, if I'll give you like 5 minutes with this person, how much would you, what would you try to put into these words? In five, let's say even 5 minutes, okay? Let's say 5 minutes. You will tell him how much you love him. But you don't go like this. I love you and I did for you, and I love you, and you're very important to me, and I really want to do this. You're going to speak very slowly, and you're going to pick your words in a very careful manner. Or if it's something that is very serious, you're about to tell somebody or something like this, listen, I want to tell you something very serious. Le'at, ishma. So when you go like this, start the tefillah slower. Hashem, Sfatai tiftach. So you understand that even the words that come out of your mouth is from Hashem. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Allow my mouth to praise you. Slowly. You should go like this. Don't go any faster. Or no slower. Hashem, Sfatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Take a breath. Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu, and so on and so forth. Magen Avraham. Don't think kavanot, Yud lemala, Vav lemata, Shuruk, Patach, Kamat, Tzirufim, Yechudim. Leave me alone from these things. Not for me, not now. For a long time. Hashem, try to relate to an emotion that you have within you, that you could connect to, of compassion, of love, of longing, or something like that. And then use the space. Hashem, Sfatai tiftach, Ufi yagid tehilatecha, Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech. Just use it until Ata Kadosh. Think about again. It's crazy. Think about Kedusha. What's Kedusha? If you ever went to the Kotel Yerushalayim, you feel this like it's coming from within, something overwhelming. When I was this year to the in the Kotel, when I went for my father's yahrzeit, I said, all right, it was really hot. It was like really hot. I think it was something like 98 degrees at the time in Yerushalayim. It was so hot, and I came from Kfar Saba with my wife, my mother, and my sister in the car, and it took quite a long time until the car actually cooled off, and the AC was blowing. It was just like hot. I said, okay, this time I'm not gonna cry. And I come to the Kotel. I came to the Kotel and cried. I don't know why. I mean, it's like it's coming from within. If you pray like that, you'll see that the emotions will come out. And it's not emotion of being a wimp and so on. It's like basically you're letting your neshama, you bring it up to the surface. And all of a sudden you see that tefillah, you don't want that tefillah to end. You don't want it to end. You say, Yismach Moshe b'matnat chelko. I mean, imagine Moshe Rabbeinu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives him Torah. What joy. כי עבד נאמן קראת לו. איזה עבד, איפה אני עבד, איזה נאמן, איזה בתי חס ושלום, would betray Hashem all the time. כליל תפארת בראשו נתת, think about the Keter Torah. You don't want the tefillah to end. Every time I say in tefillat Musaf, right? חזרנו לגבולנו, and so on and so forth, and the korbanot, I always have Yerushalayim on Shabbat. I don't know why. I mean, that's my own feeling. There's that special feeling. B'chlal Yerushalayim, when you go to Yerushalayim is an energy bomb. I mean, I feel the Kedusha of Yerushalayim before I enter the city. You feel, and I think it's wonderful when you go to Yerushalayim. The road winds up like this, just to around another corner. There's a certain, I don't know. Since I was a kid, it was like this. You go to Yerushalayim on Shabbat. It's out of this world. I mean, you feel like I need to hold my neshama down with food or goodies if I go to Yerushalayim. Otherwise, the neshama will go out, and that's it. Goodbye, good luck. It doesn't want to come back. Who wants to come back? So on your tefillah, try to associate yourself with something so spiritually elevating. And you see, your tefillah, you don't want it to end. And you need to change, and we need to change our attitude towards praying. Because it's not just a request that we put in front of God. That sets the tone for our relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And sets the tone for everything that we do. If I don't want to go, get out of bed to pray to God, what does it say about me and my relationship with God? What does it say? I can't wait to pray. I want to put tefillin on. I want to put tefillin on all day. I don't want to take my tefillin. I feel like this. When I have tefillin on, I feel like this, very hard for me. And listen, we as Faradim, we don't put tefillin on Chol HaMoed. Very hard for me to go to shul and daven without tefillin. I feel naked. But okay, that's what we do, That's what we do. I'm not here to change Sidrei Bereshit. I'm not, But I feel sometimes jealous of the Ashkenazim. They get to put tefillin on Chol HaMoed. Where's your attitude towards tefillah? Why are you rushing? Okay, if you're a shaliach tzibur, or if the tzibur is waiting for you, don't prolong it to show everybody Aleinu L'Shabech. That's not tefillah. That's you're praying for yourself at that point. But if you are an individual person, take your time. Take your time in tefillah. Let the emotion come, and that will help you in return to create this emotional, uplifting throughout every time you do a mitzvah, and especially towards learning Torah. Especially towards learning Torah, because that's bavat ha'ino shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the Kadosh Baruch Hu's most precious thing. Most precious thing in the universe is our Torah. Do you understand what it means? And that's why you have to understand how lucky you are to be able to actually sit down and learn Torah. Whether it's an hour a day, or it's 3 hours a day, or a whole day, the more you learn, the luckier you are. Now, if you cannot wait to leave and go to do other stuff, I don't know what the heck is wrong with you. You got it all wrong. You don't appreciate. And it all has to do with tefillah. So Rabotai, start with mincha today. And before you daven, mincha, imagine yourself in Yerushalayim, right? Erev Shabbat in Yerushalayim, Friday, in Yerushalayim. You feel the Shekhinah coming upon you. Not only in Yerushalayim, in Israel. Years ago, I had this discussion with this American lady. She's a diehard, beyond reform, let's go this way. Kind of woman who married a goy and would not circumcise her son because let him decide when it's all, one of those. And she loves Israel, blah, 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 the whole entire thing. And she reminiscing on the past of how wonderful it was on Friday. It was so special. Friday, the businesses are closing down. There was something special in the air. She said to me, can you tell me what it was? I said, yeah, it was Shabbat coming. You feel it in Israel. When they close the shops, you feel it at 12 o'clock. All of a sudden, you feel something is coming. It's almost like a tidal wave that you see from the distance. It's coming over. You know it's going to come. You feel it. It's casting a shadow. And so is the Shabbat. However, the Shabbat does not cast a shadow. The Shabbat brings a special light with it. And that's the light that lights our neshama on Shabbat. And you go to Israel, you walk in the streets on Shabbat, and you feel something. You cannot deny it. You go to places like Tzfat, you fly. You go to Yerushalayim. Unfortunately, I never got to do Shabbat in Hebron. Unfortunately, mi culpa. I take fault on that. However, you go to Yerushalayim, you feel like I'm ready to die. It feels good. That feeling you should carry with you also through tefillah. Try it, mincha. Then do Kabbalat Shabbat. Kabbalat Shabbat should be a very joyous and spiritual, uplifting. It's a wonderful ceremony. Try to make it special. When you sing, close your eyes and sing with your eyes closed. Don't bring yourself to tears. But your eyes closed. I don't know if you could, picture, what do you like? Tzfat, Yerushalayim. Is there a special place? You don't like Tzfat?
Everything.
Oh, okay.
Cholon.
Cholon, yeah. But where do you like in Yerushalayim? If I'm going to ask you now, give me your favorite spot in Yerushalayim. What's your favorite spot? And don't tell me the Kotel.
I like the view coming down to the Kotel Aprat Yosef. Look at the Kotel, look at the Har Zatim.
Yofi. Imagine yourself there, standing. By the way, did you ever do Kabbalat Shabbat in the Kotel? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I don't know what, it's like stirs emotions in me. I don't know what it is. So imagine you're standing there right on the stairs, where the lady gives you the string, You stand there and you're saying, and you look in and you see the red Mount Olives because the sun is setting, so you see the reflection of the red like this, beautiful like this. And you're standing there now and you're sitting Lecha Dodi. With your eyes closed. How amazing that would be. How wonderful that would be. And then you need to tap into that in every tefillah that you do, in every action that you do. When you make Shabbat, Kiddush, if you're making Kiddush at your table, that's why I don't like to go anywhere on Shabbat. I don't like to go anywhere. I like to stay home on Shabbat. Even if it's the Admor of Johannesburg, I don't care. I like to stay home on Shabbat. Because I want to make Kiddush. I want to feel Shabbat in my house. Why? Because I want to feel the Shekhinah in my house. It's amazing. There's something so magical on Shabbat table. See the candles. You should look at the candles when you make Kiddush. You should put the candles in a place that you can see them. So when you say, Vayuchulu Hashamayim, lo Vayuchulu. Vayuchulu. Vayuchulu, lo Vayuchulu. Vayuchulu Hashamayim ve'aretz ve'chol tzeva'am. Look at the candles. Look at the candles. Look at your wife. Say, Baruch Hashem, Ribbon Shel Olam. What have I done to deserve such chesed from you? There's always, of course, Midat Adin. That's your mother-in-law. But din, law, law, din, right? You look at this, you say, Ribbon Shel Olam, I'm blessed. What do I need more? Even if you're one person alone, you light your candles, you make Kiddush. That's why you should never be alone. Invite somebody over. Because there's another person like you. Invite somebody over. Share it. Say, Baruch Shalom. Thank you. Carry this motion, this emotion, into anything that you do. But it would have to start with tefillah. Tefillah is the most important and most accessible vehicle that we have towards spirituality. It's the kavanat alev. Daven besimcha, lo milev nishbar, besimcha. Even on Rosh Hashanah, we should be fearful from the din, but we are sameach that our God is our God and He is the Dayan because we have emunah and He's just the mishpat. But carry this. Pay attention to your tefillah. The reason why we feel so spiritually dull is because. Mainly because our tefillah is not set appropriately. Connect through your tefillah and then carry it over to all your actions. And before you know, life takes a totally different turn on what you're doing and so on and so forth. Look forward to issues of kedusha, coming to learn to Yeshiva. Ribbon Shel Olam. I'm sitting down in Yeshiva, I'm learning. I'm saying the words of the Tanaim, I'm saying the words of the Rishonim, the Emoraim, the Acharonim. They're speaking from my mouth. When I read the Rambam, is the Rambam speaking from my mouth. Yes, I know, it's trembling. Now you gave everybody a shake over there, but that's trembling. I said the words of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva is speaking from my mouth. You know what schut we have to repeat the words of the Rambam, that the Rambam will say the words of the Rambam? I don't know, you say right now I'm feeling it's amazing. Or the words of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, or whoever it is, or the Khatam Sofer, or the Gra, they speaking from my mouth. And when I read the Torah, Moshe Rabbeinu, and when it says Hashem, Vayomer Hashem el Moshe lemor, Hashem is speaking from my mouth. Do you understand what it means? How could I be talking when they're reading the Torah? How can I be talking how can I not want desired, with utmost desire to have this? How can I not learn when I can learn? I want them to speak from my mouth. And that's carrying it over. But I pay attention to your tefillah. Daven b'simcha, with joy. Daven from love, from unity. Love is one, from oneness with your will to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not easy, but try to daven with no ulterior motives. Shabbat Shalom.